Passionate Live. I am here in Buckhead, Atlanta at NARS. Our gracious host of the Panted Pink for BC event here is called Purposely B.E.A.T. And it's going to be a great afternoon of millennial survivors and thrivers who have overcome breast cancer and other forms of cancer. It's just going to be an amazing time for women to realize that it doesn't matter how young you are, what color you are, or if breast cancer runs in your family, we all need to be aware, we need to all be open and willing to listen to our bodies and support one another as one human race. You guys, I am so excited. Our first Friday Spotlight of the month is the founder of Panted Pink, and so we can't wait to sit down with her. We can't wait to see this event. This is going to be like a three-part series, so just keep your eyes open, keep your mind open, and your heart open to learn a whole lot. I can't wait.
There's not a single day that passes without you.
I'm a makeup artist actually, and one of my friends that works here invited me to come out, so I just wanted to come to support her. And so I'm just looking to learn more about, hear stories about some of the breast cancer survivors here, and some of the, and learn more about the makeup here as well. And so other than that, I just live passionately.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Amanda from Atlanta, and I'm actually friends with Anne-Marie. And so I wanted to come out today to support Panted Pink and everything they're doing to bring awareness to that issue in our community, especially within Black women. And I don't know as much about makeup like Tabitha, you know, so I'm happy to be here to meet people like Tabitha who know about makeup, who know how to do it flawlessly, who can maybe teach me a couple of things, and teach me how to be purposely be, but then also more than anything, teach me how to live simply and purposefully.
All right.
Purposely B.E.A.T. And as you guys know, we all love to be pretty and put makeup on and feel really good about ourselves. And we thought this would be an amazing kickoff for Breast Cancer Awareness Month to really talk about us getting to the nitty-gritty of what it looks like when we understand the ingredients that we are putting in our face, and understanding how you can do little things to change the habits that you do every single day to live a preventative lifestyle. And that can go anywhere from understanding your genetic history to knowing what you eat, to knowing what you're putting on your skin and your hair, and truly just feeling good about being proactive. So I'm going to have my sister, Amaris Appy, give us a little bit more about how you can also keep it clean as a queen.
Hi, I'm Amaris. I'm a board member on Panted Pink, and I do the social media. And so currently right now I'm doing a clean beauty campaign because it's super important that as preventative queens, we keep it clean. So one of the ways to do that is, everything from your makeup to your skin products, your body products, you look at the labels. We all like to be beat. So today we are Purposely B.E.A.T, bringing education and awareness to breast cancer, but we're doing it with, consciously. We want to make sure that we aren't harming ourselves by looking fly and that we look good. And so we want to make sure we do wellness, clean beauty, and then also do our monthly self-checks and go to the doctor as well. So it's twofold of how we can be preventative queens. So we're really thankful that everyone is here today and that we have some awesome bloggers in the building. Bloggers, really have that connection with millennials, and we're excited to have them organically tap into their audience and their brand, and share our message as well. So thank you all for joining us.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gloria Mason. I'm also a board member. And so we really wanted to make sure that you guys understood the connection as to why we're here, the things about beauty, but most importantly, the effect that it has on millennials. So pretty much we, as the African American community, we have the slowest growing rate of getting breast cancer but the highest mortality rate, because we're not talking about it at the table. We really don't talk about genetic history. My grandmother had colon cancer, survived colon cancer, and then died from breast cancer. And as a child, I was like 8 when she passed away. I just knew that her hair was gone and she had a special type of bra. Like my parents didn't really talk to me about it. It was just not a part of the dinner table conversation. And we want to be more comfortable talking about what's really going on in our community, in our lives. Talk about your history, your genetic history, even if you only have a portion of it, because those things can really help you in owning your breast health.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Monica Parrott, and I also am a board member of Panted Pink. And through our organization, we get to meet a lot of beautiful, strong, driven survivors. Our survivor today is Danica Walker, and she is from Cobb County, Georgia. Not Atlanta, but Cobb County, Georgia. And she was diagnosed last year with stage 2 breast cancer. And so we're going to give her a few minutes to tell us about her story. But we thank you so much. And here's your time.
So, as Monica said, I was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer at the age of 30. September will make a year for me. I'm sorry, I practiced this so I wouldn't get emotional. It is something that I am currently still dealing with, so it is something that I reflect on every day. So stage 2 means, putting it plainly, it had spread to the lymph nodes, which you have lymph nodes all over your body, but for me it was under my arm. And why that's so dangerous is because from the lymph nodes it can go anywhere in your system. Luckily for me that was not the case. It spread to 2 lymph nodes, and we were able to catch it and start chemotherapy. So tell my story, 16 rounds of chemotherapy, a unilateral mastectomy, meaning I only decided to remove one side, and then 30 rounds of radiation. So to kind of start with, how did I find the lump? The 2 questions I know people always ask is, did it run in your family? No. I don't have a history of cancer in my family at all. And how did you find it? So it was a lump on the top half of my breast. So you kind of know what you're feeling for. Mine was more of a mound, not like a knot. It was more like a mound or a hump, and it was about the size of a kiwi. So I made an appointment with my gynecologist. I went in, I laid down, she felt around, she said, I'm not sure what that is, you should go upstairs and see the breast doctor. So I went upstairs, I made an appointment for the very next day, and I went home. I get home, and I actually had a coworker who, and I'm wearing her pin today, Mary Craig, who was battling breast cancer. I get on Facebook, and I see that she had passed that morning. And so that, that of course tore me up, and I was really sad about it. And I went to bed, I got up the next morning bright and early, totally expecting her to go in, tell me it's fibroids, we can move on with the day. I go in, and I'm talking with the nurse practitioner, and she is really chatty, so we're chatting it up, and then she goes quiet during the ultrasound. And I didn't think anything of it still, it still took me time to come to. And she sits me up, and she says, this could be cancer, do you have time for a mammogram today? That's exactly what she said. And I immediately went to tears, because I just lost somebody, Mary Craig, and I didn't know all of the details about breast cancer. I didn't know anything about breast cancer, and even with Mary Craig, she didn't share a lot. And so I immediately went to tears, and I'm just like, you mean to tell me I had a coworker just pass away from this yesterday, and you mean to tell me that I have it? And so I didn't know who to call. I wasn't ready to talk to my mom about it yet, so I called my coworker that urged me to go, and I said, hey, can you come down and sit with me today? They want to do more testing. So throughout that day, I did a mammogram, a second ultrasound, and then a biopsy, all on a Friday afternoon. And by that following Wednesday, they called to say that it was indeed cancer. I set up an appointment with an oncologist, and I went in to meet with him. And I took my mom and my sister there, and he went through, 16 rounds, and he started going through all of the side effects of chemotherapy. You lose your hair. It can affect fertility. Your nails are going to change and fall off. Hot flashes. Just going down this list of things.
And I remember I sat there and I got angry. At that point, I wasn't sad or scared. And honestly, I knew God had me, so I wasn't scared. I was more mad that I was going to have to derail all of my plans and all of my goals and all of my career to deal with this. That upset me. And so I sat there and I cried in that doctor's office about losing my hair. Like, we had a small conversation about losing my hair. And, you know, they have it to the day when you're going to lose your hair. Day 14 is when your hair starts to come out. And, you know, I started telling him about it, and, you know, and I guess for me, losing my hair wasn't so much about the cosmetics, it was, but at the same time, that was the first thing that tells people something really wrong with you. And no matter how much makeup you put on, or how much wig, or the best wig that you have, it felt like a costume to me. It was something that I had to put on and do every morning before I walked out of the house to go anywhere, in order to not look or draw attention to myself that, oh, she's a cancer patient. And so, but I made it through that. I, you know, finished up the chemotherapy. Luckily for me, I feel totally blessed that I was able to continue working. I had a trip to Jamaica planned, so I took that trip to Jamaica. I had trips, work trips, I was able to still do that. So I was able to continue with life for the most part, as I had planned. And I feel very lucky and blessed that I was able to do that. So moving into surgery, I decided to do a unilateral mastectomy. And so for now, I am waiting to do reconstruction until my skin heals from radiation. And so currently what I have is what's called a tissue expander. And it's like a balloon that they fill with saline, and it's under the skin, and that's what holds it as a pocket until they're able to reconstruct the breast. And so I'm excited that in March, I'll be doing my reconstruction surgery, and I'll be able to wrap all of this up hopefully by probably the end of 2018. So I would say one of the things that I would want for all of you to take from this is that cancer does not care. It does not care, especially breast cancer. It does not care. It doesn't have to have a family tie. So I would say to give it a name. Don't live in a safety bubble. Oh, it doesn't run in my family, so that doesn't affect me. Oh, I live a very healthy life, so that won't affect me. I'm young, so that won't affect me. All you have to do is go on Instagram and search hashtag breast cancer, and you will get countless young women with families, some without, some married, some without, of all different races who have dealt with breast cancer. So, you know, if you feel something, if something doesn't feel right, you know, go to the doctor. It only takes a minute. You know, it's what, 2-3 hours out of your day to feel better about whatever your issue is. It's probably, more than likely, it's probably nothing. But, you know, don't you feel so much better when you know for 100% fact that it's nothing. And so be your biggest advocate, because you only get one body. And thank you for hearing me.
So much, Nika. You are just, I honestly call survivors angels that we have on earth, just because they have gone through something that I think is the impossible. And you are such a testament. God has saved our survivors to show us his strength and his perseverance and his miracles. And every single person you can touch with your story can honestly transform lives. You know, we all were celebrating with you, and it was tears of joy that we all had with you, because that was such a journey to live with you. So thank you for that. You were such a gift.